Hey guys, it's Clint. Welcome to Sweetcast. This is my second time doing this video because the first time my computer froze. I seriously need to do something about this computer. Okay, so I need to correct something from my last video. I believe this is a minor correction, but it's a correction all the same. I had said that Mark Waid was not blacklisted from any publisher and that he could work basically anywhere that he wanted to. The truth is, DC Comics, there's nothing official out there, but it's no secret that Mark Waid has always wanted to write Superman. He still talks about it all the time now, but he probably never will because of some of the interactions that he had at DC Comics, and so that's probably not going to happen. Now, my point in that it has nothing to do with politics still stands because there are a lot of people that share Mark Waid's politics, and they're very open and loud about those politics. They work for DC, they work for Marvel, all kinds of stuff. So the reason why Mark Waid wouldn't be working for DC Comics, in his own words, and I'll show you this video to illustrate that, is because of his own conduct and not because of his politics. There have been a lot of stories told, anecdotal evidence of Mark Waid and his interactions with people, punching holes in the wall, throwing phones, yelling, throwing fits, things like that. And so that obviously becomes a problem when it comes to working with people. So I wanted to play just a little bit of this video and hope that I don't get a copyright strike or anything. I'm just making changes to it. This is fair use. But this is a little interview with Mark Waid, and it is hard to hear. I just wanted to play a little bit of it for you and listen carefully.
I discovered the internet, and it destroyed me.
I discovered the internet, and it destroyed me. Yeah. Now this, I don't want to say anything about the video or the guy making the videos. That's cool. Make videos. Even if you like Mark Waid, that's fine. I just want to disagree with Mark Waid here. So here's Mark Waid again, and the internet destroyed him, but that's not it. So let's see what else he has to say.
Too hard, and I thought I would never in a million years have all the ideas that you need to keep moving. But necessity is the mother of invention. And then 2 years later, I was clear I'm not good in I'm not good in an office environment. I'm much better when I'm by myself. Actually,
you hear that? He's not good in an office environment. He works much better when he works by himself. And that leads to him getting fired. Here he goes to say it.
I was fired, but that's okay. It wasn't a good.
Did you catch that? I was fired. Yeah, he was fired because he doesn't work good in an office environment. He works much better by himself, in his own words. And again, there's a lot of stuff out there that reinforces that. It is, again, like DC's never publicly said that I'm aware or that I can find anywhere that Mark Waid is not allowed to work for DC Comics. But if you think about it, this is the way that things work. If you act like a terrible person in any place, if you work at McDonald's and you're a terrible person, you're not going to be working at that McDonald's any longer, or maybe any McDonald's for that matter. Even John Malin, I think of those. There's a big difference here. Mark Waid has never claimed to be discriminated against or blacklisted because of his political leanings. If he did, I'd be suspicious because there's so many people in comics that share his political points of view and are very loud and vocal about it. On the other hand, Ethan Van Sciver has claimed that there have been problems, not that he got fired from DC. It didn't have to do with his conduct. It had everything to do with the rage mob on social media. And so he was, he couldn't support Trump. Let's be honest. This is what caused it. If he was being vocal about his politics on Twitter, and that is enough to mean that, he either has to get rid of his social media account or he's got to leave DC. So he left DC and kept his social media account. And, this is where we are today. So he's actually made the claim that his personal politics have affected his work status. Mark Waid has not made that claim. Okay, so you might also say, well, maybe maybe John Malin and Ethan Van Sciver, they also had conduct problems, and that's why they're just using politics as a scapegoat. If that were the case, I would ask you to show me evidence of conduct, right? I think most of the bombastic things that Ethan Van Sciver has said have all been after he stopped working for DC Comics. And, a lot of that is, I think, rooted in entertainment and, things of that nature. I will also say I've had interactions with comic book pros, several comic book pros still working in the industry, that say some pretty terrible, horrible things on Twitter and elsewhere. And it doesn't seem to be affecting their job status whatsoever. So I just have a hard time believing that argument. So I just wanted to show you this is Comic Vine, and a lot of people... there's rumors, I guess. This is just rumor here, but a lot of people agree that Mark Waid will never work for DC Comics again, or at least not for a very long time, because of editorial issues or things like that. And it's funny because everybody wants to defend Mark Waid over this rather than DC Comics. But the truth is, again, Mark Waid, in his own words, said that he does not work well with people. So for me, this makes sense for this to be a conduct problem. So yeah, I was wrong, got that wrong. I hope I corrected it. I still, I do believe that there is a double standard in comics. I honestly do. I feel like there's lots of evidence for that. And I'm going to continue pointing it out. So I do want to show you, this is a page from Downcast. Nacho is working hard. He's already turning out pages. We're going to get this book to you as quickly as we possibly can. And every time I look at his artwork, I just love it. It's so unique. I don't know. I really love his artwork. Even this scene where it's sort of a connecting scene, and there's some important dialogue here, but he does a really great job of making his drawings act, and they can really show the emotions and what is going on. So really excited to actually get this colored and lettered. It's going to be great. Thank you very much. You can actually still back it even though the campaign's over. It's in demand on Indiegogo. The link's in the description below. You can pick yourself up a copy because we're at $27,000 now. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.